In the 2 hours that passed, the streets were deserted.
Hello, Dungeon fans. It's the Liching Hour. Saturday night, we're playing the Apocrypha... I always want to say that wrong. Apocrypha Adventure Card Game. I'm Kevin from Level 9, as usual. And I'm kind of excited about tonight. We last left our ladies driving off in a car with a creepy Russian dude, known only as Master Putin. After chasing him around and finding him, following him into a house that contained some kind of weird cult in the basement, and then following him back out into a parking lot, they were able to convince him that they were the same godly sort, and ended up in a car with him driving off to get coffee. He was a name on Savannah's list. So he's a name on the list, so it kind of implicates him in the rest of the crazy shit that's been going on. But they witnessed firsthand him indoctrinating young women into that weird cult in the basement. And when they left, it was said that they were going to go get coffee, maybe talk about, their righteous ways. But no one in the car was planning on that. Master Putin himself was planning on taking them somewhere to kill them. Because, well, we'll get to that in a minute. The ladies had other plans as well, and the moment he stopped at a stoplight, and this is like, at this point it was like 12:30 at night, so there wasn't a lot of people on the road where they were. And when he stopped at a stoplight, Savannah in the back seat tases him, the back of the neck. And Evangeline takes over, and they drive him back, and he wakes up later, tied to a chair in their hotel room. The ladies are sitting on a bed, staring at him. There's no lights on other than the street light from the outside, shining in through the window. He groggily looks at him, and then looks around, and then he smiles. He's a very charming man, and he laughs. He's like, "Oh, this is so dramatic, ladies. What would you like to know?" Right off the bat, Savannah says, "What's this?" She holds up a syringe. In the gloom, he kind of squints. He can't really make it out. He goes to shrug, and she steps closer, and the light shines on it, and he sees the silvery blue liquid that's inside, and the transformation is dramatic. He's "Get that shit away from me," he says in fear, and he starts pulling out his binds, his ropes, testing it. "Don't you come with me. Don't come near me with that shit. Tell us what it is and answer all our questions, and I won't inject you with it," she says. He calms down almost immediately. He licks his lips, stares at keeps his eyes on the syringe. "It's called the Better Tomorrow virus." The girls look at each other. All had been written on the label. This is the same stuff that they had been collecting and confiscating up and down the East Coast. They They had saved one. They destroyed everything, but they'd saved one. And up until now, they just known it as BTV. Better Tomorrow Virus. It's one of our 4 gifts, he says. What do you mean gifts? Evangeline says. It's going to help a lot of people survive what is on its way. Then why are you afraid of it? Savannah says. Because 2% of trials have seen favorable results. Who do you work for? Evangeline chimes in. Why, the Rochester Nucleonic Association, of course, he says with a smile, and Savannah moves in with the syringe. But, I am part of another organization. If you say those crazy fucks in the basement, Savannah says as she moves closer with the needle. Oh, no. The organization goes by a lot of names, but we are merely a concerned group of physicians. We're fighting the war against death itself, you know, and as you may know, it's a very tough war. You're fighting death by killing innocent people. Not exactly. We're fighting death by trying to make life last longer. In many ways, giving us many more tools to fight the coming war. It's just getting it right means many may not make it. It's the price for perfection and the greater good. The ladies stare at him for a little bit. Where's this stuff getting made? He stares at them right back, and this time he's not so quick to answer. Tell us, says Savannah as she moves in. Now. He comes up, blinks like he was in reverie. He looks right up at her, and into her eyes. He says, I know who you are, you know. I realized it the moment I saw your mangled face. You know you've paid for your father's pride, Savannah. Savannah looks down at him. No shock. Nothing shows in her face. And then she simply says softly, no. And then she leans down and says into his ear, now you will know who I am. As she empties the syringe into his neck, he hisses and he throws his head back and he struggles against his ropes in his chair. And then Savannah just calmly sits down next to Evangeline. Evangeline looks on slightly worried. This wasn't exactly the plan, but she knew it was a possibility. He struggles for a few minutes, and he forcibly calms himself. Looks down, takes deep breaths. Feels like hours pass. It's only about maybe 5 minutes where they're all quiet, seeing what's happening. And then he looks up and he smiles. He goes, I am one of the 2%. As a mandible bursts out of his cheek, and he screams, ah! And another long, sharp thing starts growing out of his shoulder. They watch as another long, sharp thing kind of starts spurting out of the other side. Some sort of insect leg starts coming out of him. He's like, ah! Multiple mandibles are starting to grow out of his face. Evangeline looks at Savannah, says, Savannah. Savannah grabs a bone saw that they've had setting on the bed and puts an end to Master Putin. The preceding cleanup is more designed to cover up their own tracks than it is to clean up the mess. Times have become a lot more brutal every day, and they leave the bizarre half-man's body in hopes that it's just so bizarre that it'll keep people off their track, but they've got somewhere to go. The last name on Savannah's list is just a word, the word Stonewall, which is exactly what it was until they had searched Putin when they knocked him unconscious and found his phone, used his thumb to unlock it, and looked through his emails. And they found an email from one Dr. Stonewall at the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta. And if anything sounds like the headquarters for a secret society of disease mongers, it's the CDC. So they've hit the road going to Atlanta. On the road, Evangeline calls up an old friend. Dr. Z's was one of the few people she knew as to be a saint like her. It was someone different like her. And the ones that there is a bit of a community among the saints. They don't congregate. There's not like a saint convention or anything. But when they do get together, they share all the information they can. And he told her that he believes that what they're seeing is the awakening or machinations of what's called Novum. This is a group of boogeymen among the saints that control different aspects of life and monsters and things. And he told her that they had met, he and his current group of people, the people he's traveling with, had met one of these Novums in Seattle. And everything that she tells him about what she's dealing with, he says that he's pretty sure she may be dealing with a group it's been loosely called the Physicians, led by a very old scientist named Celsus. Zeus wished he could help, but they're in the middle of stuff in all the way on the West Coast too, but he wants her to keep in touch. Even more so now that the world seems to be on the brink of something very, very bad. That's where we're going to start tonight. The ladies are heading to the CDC to find a Dr. Stonewall. They've got a feeling that this is where these viruses, these things that diseases and stuff are being created, or at least set out from. The mission tonight is, we've got 3 locations. What's different about tonight is, well, we got one baddie, let's put it that way. We got Stonewall, who's the master, one baddie that we're going to be trying to find. He's going to pop up and then escape, as most masters do. So we're probably going to have to visit all 3 of these in some way. The odd thing about this mission is that right away I had to draw 3 symptoms. They're a special thing for this book. Because of our needing to kill Putin the way we did and get out of the hotel room, there was quite a bit of gore after Savannah got done with hacking him up. The ladies picked up a few symptoms. One is blepharitis. Rage damage. Any rage damage they take is going to be increased by 1. Presnocope. Any damage that's mind damage is going to be increased by 1. And then this one kind of sucks. Pertussis. Our hand size is decreased by 1. So the ladies will be rocking 5 card hands this game instead of 6. We'll see if that makes this more difficult or not. Luckily, as we go through this, we're going to find vital fluids that, as we defeat them, we'll be able to get rid of symptoms. There's a few other minions we're going to be dealing with too. But we are pulling up into Atlanta, and meanwhile, of course, Evangeline. I do want to say that on the way, just out of nowhere, in a quiet stretch of road, Evangeline says, "I think I know too. Do you want to know?" And she lets that hang for a while. And Savannah just looks out the window and says no. And then that was it for now, as far as like who Savannah is. We don't know what he meant by her paying for her father's pride. We don't know anything about that as of yet. And then pulling into Atlanta, thinking about how they're going to infiltrate the CDC, when it comes up on the news that the CDC has experienced some sewage and infrastructure problems, but everything's okay. That's the big thing. Is like you're gonna see a lot of hectic kind of stuff going on at the the CDC, but it's nothing to worry about. Nothing's escaped. There's nothing to worry about. There's just some infrastructure problems, and the rash of illnesses, the flu outbreak that's happened, is not is purely coincidence and is not a part of the same. They are two exclusive things, in no way tied to each other. So the ladies take note that there is a and they don't want to call it a quarantine, but there is a ad hoc center for treatment of the flu outbreak that's been set up. That's going to be our clean room, this here. And then there is the CDC itself, which is undergoing some infrastructure work. The ladies decide to go straight for the compound, i.e. the Center for Disease Control. That's where we're going to start. I don't think there's anything else we need. Its mutations are two-headed, and two of my favorite, yes, swarming, and a close second is bursting. Bursting is a shitty mutation. You just take damage, just straight up damage. All right, we're gonna put these away. The terminal, by the way, well, actually, I'll tell you what the terminal is if and when we go to it. Not if, when we go to it. I'm gonna head to CDC. I feel like I'm missing something. No, I think we're good. Opening hand. Oh, the Omen deck is filled with not filled. There's like 5 minions in there too. So we might, in addition to drawing for this mission, in addition to drawing omens, we might be fighting too. For example, oh no. All right, so first turn of the game is an Omen of Hope. That's cool. She's got Treffine, Charlatan's Book, Monstropedia, Bowling. So I kept this. That was kind of cool. And Omen of Hope, Righteous Anger. All right, I'm gonna draw the first card tonight and see what that is, and maybe jump off from it. Typically, I don't usually do that. Oh wait, hold on. If it's a symbol, Omen of Hope, the hookup. If we have symbol versus a gift, we get to add a bonus die. Blessed Athame. All right, well, let's roll. Let's roll, and we'll fictionally figure this out. I don't think it's... We'll see. Oh, well, okay. Hold up. She's got 3 dice in mind, our Evangeline. Let's see, what does it do? Boost Rage. We can play Bury, change any number of symbols in the Plague card's power to... Oh, interesting. So basically, make any card... Okay. I don't know. Conjure 2. This gives me an extra bonus die. I'm not gonna play any cards. We're gonna see what's up. Okay, so I just hold on. I want everybody to know that the dice rolling phenomenon is continuing on. My rolling really well. So yeah, let's see how this starts us off. All right, so this is gonna, instead of being an actual physical thing, the ladies decide they just last mission they went a little bit more detective like. Evangeline attempted to get she took an interview there, attempted to get a job at the place just to check out investigate this Master Putin. They followed him around. There's a little more cloak and dagger kind of stuff. Today, they now, because they feel like they're moving towards the center of something, pun intended, they want to just get this is something that needs to be cut out as quickly and as efficiently and as fast as possible. So they're heading straight for the CDC. They're not going to mess around. Yeah, that's what this is going to represent. This represents their mindset at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. This should have been initiate versus a rage gift. Draw 1 new rage gift, confront 1 and shuffle the other into nexus. Oh, so what I should have done. No, I didn't do it. It's okay. I should have flipped it. Right off. Yeah. All right. Always flip your omen. I mean your nexus. I'm gonna see what this would have been. I'm gonna draw a rage gift. See, it would have been a sword cane, so it wouldn't have changed the story. Story would have been the same. Okay. Should I play another omen? Yeah, because I want to see how we get in here. Omen of hope. Car crash set to music. So the as they drive up, they see lots of trucks and stuff outside the compound of the CDC. Trucks like utility type trucks, like trucks that look like they have the thing on the back to raise somebody up to deal with electricity lines, sewage type trucks. Not a lot of people at all. And they pull up. The gate that's there is an unmanned as well. Yeah. In fact, it's let's do this with that. I like the idea that it's a series of lights. They get into themselves where it's almost like a maze of these trucks. And it's like a small microcosm of traffic lights that have been kind of thrown up to get people into, like, yeah, it's a more modern form of the dude who stands out there waving people in. It's actually like set up, not like traffic lights up above, but like set up lights that are remotely controlled of some sort. And there's not a lot of people walking around doing stuff, but the trucks are active. Maybe they are being driven, maybe they're not. Maybe there's some of them automated. But it's almost an elaborate, I was going to say moat, but a kind of elaborate setup to keep people from getting in too far. And the people who are involved, keep them kind of busy. Involved in the, moving from point A to point B in front of the CDC. They're noticed. Well, let's see if they get noticed. This is going to determine whether or not they get noticed by the AI that is running this. The physicians definitely have enough money, and they definitely have their own AI. And Savannah and Evangeline are now known quantities. They have been for some time. Okay, so let's read the card and make sure I'm not skipping anything. Evaluate when flipping dice. Flip matching dice. Terminate. Body. Oh yeah, so we might take damage when we end. Symbol versus a threat. Add 1 bonus die. Yeah, of course. That sounds good to me. All right, so she has 3. Are we going to mutate this? Well, she gets 3 dice. She doesn't have any. She doesn't have hack or resist, but she can play. That's the boost rage. There's something I found out that I had been playing wrong, and I'm looking forward to playing it right this time. If I play a card that shares a skill with Evangeline or the saint I'm playing with, I can use her skill for that. I always thought they were always tied to this here. Wicked, study, hack, resist, hack, the treffing. Interesting. Okay. She's going to play this to boost mind. So she's going to get a mind. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. So I'm still not playing it right. The sting stuff is confusing. There we go. Okay. I played a Charlatan's book to boost mind. It has charm. She has charm of 1. That adds bonus die. I had a bonus die for righteous anger. And so that's going to put me at 6 dice to get 15. Do I? Might as well. We're going to mutate. We're going to mutate. And what's special? All right. 1 for Savannah. She gets to add 2. This is just a minor threat, so it's not. I get to roll 2. There's just something about 1 per symptom too. Or no? Where is that stuff at? I feel like I'm missing a card that tells me. No, okay. Fine. Oh, that's what I'm. Pestilence reigns. Mutate. Use the mutation card. Yep. If versus a master or minion, you may display 1 new symptom. Oh, I can display a new symptom to trash mutation dice. Okay. Did I just roll those? I just rolled them, right? 6. Reroll 2s. Okay, so we're going to be able to get 3 more dice. Rerolls 2s. I got to reroll. Okay, fine. Oh, wait. Yeah, because I subtracted that because of Savannah's power. Okay. All right. 6 dice, get to reroll 3. Got to reroll 2s. Narfy Viggles, what up, baby? All right. 15. So this is Evangeline, actually. Team Savannah. 15. I gotta flip. Okay, reroll 2s. I don't need to reroll. None of those are 2s. I'm not flipping any dice. So, yes. So Evangeline's, the Charlatan's book is, so she's driving through this little maze, this ad hoc tech maze that they've set up to keep people away from what's going on at the CDC. It's a combination of technology, lights, and the making these trucks moving back and forth to do absolutely nothing. The AI, they're gonna Evangeline knows that they're being watched. Not watched. She knows that at this point she's smart enough to know that they could be clocked. So the Charlatan's book kind of represents her style of entering this whole mess. They keep themselves away from cameras. They're on the lookout for cameras. They keep the sun visors down. This kind of stuff to kind of keep themselves kind of off the radar as they move through this. They navigate this little maze, and this means they accomplish that. We're gonna take care of that. They still have to, but that doesn't mean that they don't almost hit somebody or almost get hit. So she's got to make a body check. She has a body of 2. She has no resist or resistor sense. She has neither. We need an 8 and 2 dice. Okay. Oh, it's all good, Frankie. 8. Woohoo! So she slams on her brakes as a big truck, a sewage truck is told to go when she was supposed to be going, but she slams on the brake just the right time as it passes by, and then they continue on deeper. All right, that's it for her. She's gonna draw up 2, 3, 4, 6, 5. All right, Savannah's turn. Savannah's drawing An Omen of Hope 2. So Savannah is rocking a couple rage gifts, a Halligan bar, old favorite, a phylactery, and sparks. She and Evangeline really work well together. Oh, and this is something she picked up recently, Godmother. She's got a little something that's watching out for her. Moment of hope. Hook up. Okay. Which one's minion 2? 2 is... Okay. So, that sewage truck drives by. They continue on. They find themselves through this little roadwork maze to get to a gate. And at the gate is a large soldier guy who comes walking up to the car, puts out his hand, walks up, leans down, and he peers in, and he is not... They've seen a guy looking like this before. They had to deal with, I forget where, Boston. But they smell him before he actually gets all the way down to look in there. And definitely vaguely human. We're going to have to take care of him. Savannah gets out of the car, I think is what's going to have to happen. So he leans down. He looks at both of them and says, "You're going to have to go." Savannah gets out and comes around to talk to him. Yeah. Or actually, he tells them both to get out of the car. Let's do that. He tells them both to get out of the car. And he goes to slam Savannah, or Evangeline, or who is this? It's Savannah. Okay, so it's not both of them. Okay, yeah. So he says, "You're going to have to leave." Savannah gets out of the car to talk to him. As she comes around, he just immediately goes to grab her and slam her on the car. Sense. She doesn't have any sense. Of course not. She has 3 body dice. So she's got to roll a 10. And she does. And she steps out of the way. She's much quicker than she looks. He does not expect that. She's going to have to take care of him quickly. Well, she's got those rage gifts. So she could either rage at 14 or body at 15. Godmother's looking out for her. All right, so let's mutate him first. Evangeline's going to roll. Going to add another one for Savannah. This is a minion B, A. This is a minion A, so we're adding another die. 5, 3, and 1. We ditch this. 3 is going to be, during evaluate, reroll the highest die, then trash the lowest die. Great. Okay. We'll keep that there. All right, we're going to be able to reroll 2 rage die thanks to Evangeline. If she has to get out of the car, she will. Savannah is going to roll 3 rage, and let's see, is Godmother looking out for her? Yeah. So she's going to discard Godmother. She's looking out for her to add a red. She has strike 1. Put that there. And that's that. So 4, 5. 5 to get 14. What does she got to help? Oh. She had a little something as she got out of the car, of course. She had her trusty Halligan bar. Symbol versus set. She has to recycle this to add 1 rage die. Okay, 6. We've got to reroll the highest die, then trash the lowest die. All right, this is not looking as good as it usually does. I'm gonna reroll these 3 first. Keep these before I do the mutation. There we go. So I got to reroll a 6. And I rolled a 5 and I trashed a 2. So kick ass. He doesn't even see it coming, man. So she gets out of the car, like kind of we set it up. They're laser focused right now. The ladies aren't messing around. They drove through this the little maze like just perfectly, precision like. They stop, This guy comes up. Savannah already knows what she wants to do. She gets out of the car. She comes around. He gets enraged because he's not fully human. And he's ready for it. He gets out. Goes to grab her. He's not expecting her to sidestep and then smash him in his head with the her Halligan bar. And he goes down, thump, in front of the car. She's got to drag him out before they can keep moving. They look around, and funny enough, there isn't a camera right at that gate. We did not lose. This goes here. And unfortunately, she does not have any more of these. But Minion A, we win. We can go right to Sanctify. Holy crap. Okay. She got to do a rage. So she hits him. He goes down. They drag him out. There is a guard post, a kind of a larger one. It's not a small little like traffic guard post. It's or parking lot guard post. It's our post. It's actual a little outpost thing with a room, computers, and she goes up. They go up to the door because they've got to open the gate somehow, and she needs to bust through the door, and that's what this right here is going to be. This, in order to seal this location, she's got to roll a rage with strike. Rage. She's got strike 1, so her rage is 3, strike is 1. I don't know. She can play cards, so we're gonna use the wave of mutation to boost her rage. And let's roll it. Hey, Heroic. The die rolling is still in play, man. That's 16. So Savannah bursts into she just kicks the door down. She walks in, and there's computers. There's a couple computers in there, and she sits down. She sits down to try to figure out which one's going to open the gate. But she notices that as one of the files that's open right there in the computer is a list of the high-ranking people who are present and where they are. And when she looks at it, she just glances, and she's out of the corner of her eye, she sees Stonewall, and she looks, and Dr. Stonewall is actually at the quarantine area, the quarantine zone. That's what he's marked out on the computer. So she goes back out and tells Evangeline, we're heading back out. We got to go to the quarantine zone. So that was freaking lucky. The luck is still happening too, man. That was lucky. So we're heading to the Nexus is clean room, but it's actually a quarantine. It's a small ad hoc quarantine for a flu outbreak that's been happening. Indicator. Just throwing out ATL suburb areas. So they're heading there now. And Savannah doesn't have any more. She's going to reset her hand. 1, 2, 3. And it's Evangeline's turn. So, okay. She drew an Omen of Doom. I don't have to play that just yet. So this is what this is. When they drive up, they're going across town. The first thing they're going to have to deal with is a phlebotomist. They've met these guys before. They're like low-ranking devils in the little organization going on here. The quarantine is a lot more open, and the perimeter is a lot more soft than the last one. In fact, they find a parking spot on the street and they head in, and it's just a roped off couple of tents. Roped off. There's none of the at least out in the open. There's none of these soldiers, like barely human soldiers. In fact, it's just guys with clipboards. And the first guy they came up to starts asking questions about whether or not they're. He can tell that they're not. Well, they do have symptoms, but not the kind of symptoms he's looking for. And he wants to know. Well, actually, no. He doesn't give a shit if they have symptoms or not. He wants to be able to shoot them up. He wants to okay them to get them in the tent so they can inject them with the Better Tomorrow virus. They're just collecting people to inject, seeing if it works, taking them out right then, and then or killing them right then, and then taking them out the back. In the physician's mind, this all cannot happen fast enough. The apocalypse is coming. The other novum are moving. The physicians want to create themselves an army of evolved and undying humans to survive it. That's the whole goal. Anyway, this guy at the clipboard, that's a lot to throw on you right at the beginning of walking into a quarantine. But that's what this guy, he's doing. So this Evangeline's going to sweet talk her way past this guy without putting her name on a list. He's pretty easy. Easy like Sunday morning. Here you go. 3 mind dice. She doesn't have hack or study. We're not going to mutate this guy. Evaluate, you got to flip the 2 highest. Well, that kind of sucks. Swarming. Yeah, see, swarming mutation sucks because I don't want to have... Well, no, you know what? This could be fun. It's always... I always say it sucks, but it always turns out to be much more fun from a fictional standpoint. So Savannah's going to help. She's going to throw in this. 5 and a 2. Ditch the 2. All right, so... Terminate. Savannah's going to have to deal with a copy of this threat. Okay. Oh, hey, can I speak with you for a minute? Where are you going? Evangeline 3. No hacker study. All right, she's gonna. I'll do the Monsterpedia. We're gonna ditch the Trephine to boost the mind. At least get one more card in here. I mean, one more die. 5, 9, 12. Okay. Eventually knows what he wants. She says, "I'm here for the vaccine." She's all she says, and that's music to his ears. Okay, great. And as Savannah's going by, another guy comes up with a clipboard. He looks up and glances at it. He goes, "Hey, wait a minute. Do I know you?" Because her face has been, both of their faces have been passed around in the physician's kind of network, and Savannah's very noticeable with her face. So she's going to have to deal with it. She's got 3. She has study for 1 bonus die. We're not going to mutate this guy because... Hey, wait, hold on. I got to reroll. Evangeline Rose's. She had 4. Because I was supposed to flip the 2 highest die. So here's 2 highest die. Does she still make it? Well, I mutated it, so I get to re-roll 3. There's 11. So she made it. And now Savannah is rolling 3 and a bonus die. She's got to flip the 2 highest dice. That's a pain. 3, 2, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's going to make this a little... Oh, hold on. Do I have anything? Damage, assemble, no. Damage, assemble, nope. Okay. Okay, so she's going to... Her best shot is 8. She's going to take 2 points of damage. Her Plague Mask, she can play to decrease body or mind damage by 2 from a physician card. So, don't I know you? She comes right up to him and puts her arms around his shoulders and grabs his clipboard. And he's like, hey, and she walks him away out of the immediate area of the other guy, and tells him that he knows her because she's been infected with the virus, and he's the one that he did it to her, and doesn't he remember, and that she's been feeling very, very good, and she wants to be able to help. And he's like, oh, really, you have? Oh, that's really good. Can you tell me your symptoms, or can you tell me how you feel more? And she said, I can. I'm helping a friend. Can I come back? He said, well, let me come with you. And she's like, no. I'll be right back out. Let me take my friend in here. And he's like, excellent. I'll see you soon. So she kind of plays up the plague aspect. That was a reload. Oh, that's cool. So that goes back on top of her deck. So she takes no damage, but she did fail this. But that was this one. Meaning it doesn't mess up. I mean, nothing happens with this deck. Oh wait, she drew that from the she drew that from the Omen deck. All right, she doesn't have any other omens, so she's not. It's nothing else is going here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's Evangeline's turn. Shit, we can't get past all these guys. As they walk towards a main tent, another guy with a clipboard comes out. This time a woman comes out hurrying and runs into the 2 of them. And so, and she looks at Savannah and she looks at Evangeline like she should know them. Evangeline. Yeah, we're going to mutate. This is bad. So we'll get rid of that. It's 2. A saint at each nexus must confront... Oh, this is great. Oh, a saint at each nexus must confront a copy of this threat. So, yeah. So this is 2 of them again. All right. We'll do Savannah first, or Evangeline first. 3 mind... I didn't mutate. Probably should have. Well, I flipped the 2 highest dice, and I got 8. And there's nothing she's going to be able to do about it. Huh. Okay. So she's going to take 2 points of damage. But I'm going to have to step back a little bit because one of our symptoms at Presnicope is increased mind damage by 1. I should have figured that into Savannah's last dealing with this. This is going to be a little crazy. I think this is all legal, though, what's about to happen. So Savannah's going to play the Plague Mask idea again. She's going to... Lady looks at them like she recognizes them, and Savannah's going to play off that and say, I was here earlier or yesterday, and you injected me, and I feel great. I'm bringing my friend because I want her to feel better too. Yeah, but the thing is this says right here that it only affects the person who's playing it. However, that blessed a thing that Evangeline had picked up in the beginning, the very first card she picked up this game, allows her to play this and bury it and then change any number of symbols on the plague card's power to this. So this gets played during damage. Savannah's going to play it. This is going to change the symbol so that it can affect Evangeline. That's the idea. So reduce the damage from a physician card by 2. If you suffer 3+ damage, discard this gift instead. Actually, if I want to really step back, now that I think about it, I can. What I can do is... So... No, I'm going to keep going. So, this reduces their damage by 2. So, Evangeline's still going to take 1 point in mind damage. Because this is 2. She's going to take 2 plus 1 from the symptom that she's suffering from. The lady's going to notice that she's got the... well, actually, it helps. It helps. It helps in this instance for her to look like she's got some kind of symptoms. It's going to decrease the damage by 2. She still has to discard a card. And then Savannah has to discard this instead of reload it because it was 3+ damage. Okay. But her, the lady looks like, okay, all right. Why don't you go? And then another person steps in. Like literally, this place is crawling with these phlebotomists. They can't get enough people to inject people as they come in. And inoculate. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Inoculation. So now Savannah's got to deal with one. She has study, which I haven't been trashing the highest bonus die. I've been playing so sloppy tonight, guys. I apologize. At least the story could be on point. That's what I'm going to attempt to do. Okay. So it's like she might as well not even play a bonus die because I got to trash the highest one. We haven't been able to play any omens yet, so we haven't been able to flip it to hope. Okay, so we've been rolling really badly. We're going to mutate. No, I don't want to mutate this up too. We're just going to roll it. Oh, wait. She's got... What can she play? Evaluate, discard, assemble using body, win versus a threat, heal 3 body and or rage gifts. Ooh, nice. Okay. All right, I got to flip the 2 highest dice. 6, which is really bad. 5. Okay, so that is probably the worst I've rolled. Well, because I had to flip. That's not the worst I've rolled. It actually played against my strength of rolling 5s and 6s. 5, 6. Well, this is great. So I would be taking 4 points of damage here. The phylactery, finally useful, really. During damage, I can sacrifice this to decrease damage to 0, then heal 2. So this last lady, this last phlebotomist that comes out, she's got an iPad and she's looking at Savannah, and she looks down quickly and she's really quick with it, and she taps in a few things and waiting to see the iPad come back with Savannah's face. And Savannah sees this, and yeah, I'm saying she goes to go past her and accidentally hits her with their hits her in the right way so that she drops her iPad and it busts on the ground and then she steps on it. Using one of her last 9 lives, the phylactery. We gotta sacrifice the phylactery, but she takes no damage, and the lady is curses and says, "Now I have to go back and requisition another iPad." She storms off. That's 2 losses, isn't it? That's 2 losses. That's 2 more symptoms that we need to... Well, technically, 3 losses. We're going to play back. We're going to try to save this sloppy boat. Who knows? This might be a loss. The only thing we got going for us is we cleared that other location out so quickly. Increase body damage by 1. Increase rage targets by 1. Odontodysplasia. Hypothesia. Increase soul targets by 1. Oh boy. Please let me remember to keep all this straight. Okay. Is there anything about if you have a ton of symptoms, what do you do? No, nothing. Nothing. We just have to deal with them. Okay. This is the first time we have 6 symptoms right now. Every time we interact with one of these phlebopodists, they expose Savannah and Evangeline to new things, new bacteria, because they come out of this tent. They're just getting sicker by being being near these people. I'm wondering, we're going to chill out. Evangeline's going to pass her turn, draw to 5, and pass her turn to Savannah, who's going to draw an omen of hope. That's cool. Not a minion. We're going to flip it to hope. And a symbol using body, add 1 body die. Evaluate, reroll your lowest bonus die. Okay, that's better. So we enter the tent. Hot damn. That's about the best kind of luck we could have got right now. Enter the tent. Enter the Sandman. Enter the tent. Yeah. And smack dab run into a soldier. Where'd you go? Where did I put you? Soldier boy. Here you are. Boom. Savannah runs. Oh, yes, this is Savannah. Face first into one of these dudes who looks down at her and initiate body. Okay, she's got to roll her body check to see if she this running into him hurts her. Since oh boy. Wow. It's all going downhill. Well, maybe I'll get a chance to redo this whole thing. Okay, we're gonna have to start. Let's see. What do we got for fragments? Investigate, symbol, mission in, start, sacrifice, evaluate, sacrifice, explode 1s and 2s. Aha! The toothless one. Teeth taste funny, especially when they're not yours. Or maybe they are. You yanked yours out with those rusty pliers last night when you heard your molars talking with your canines about you and their horrible plans for your flesh. Now you swim submerged in a smothering sea of dental discards, stretching for the bleeding gums of some unseen shore. Evaluate, sacrifice, explode 1s and 2s, which means I get to roll a die for every 1 and 2 that I've seen. So that's all 3 of these. So I get to re-roll 3 more dice. That's a memory that she kind of channels in dealing with this guy. That's much better. Wait. Is that considered... Hold on. I don't know if that's considered an evaluate. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think that was an evaluate step. Initiate, body, sense. No, that's not. I can't use that then. Nope. Damage, sacrifice, recycle their hand, and go to end. Okay. All right, we got a different one. I can't use that because that's not technically a step. It's something that happened right then. All right. But no, if you fail, suffer 2 rage damage. All right, it's okay. It's all right. For a second there, okay, I gotta step back. This isn't gonna cause me 7 points of damage or 6 points of damage. It's 2 rage damage. So she ditches. She keeps this, so that's good. That's really good. She needs that. She runs into this guy hard enough because she just wanted to get past these. She broke the one's iPad, and there's just so many of those phlebotomists out there. She just wants to get into the tent and get this over with, and she runs so hard into this guy that it kind of knocks her back a bit. And he didn't like how fast she came in, so he goes to grab her in order to shove her out. So we gotta take care of this. We're gonna oh god. Oh, swarming. This mutation sucks so bad. And the symbol using body, add 1 body die. Well, should we use body? We should, because we got the bone saw too. Man, I don't wanna. Okay. Alright, let's do this. She's gonna symbol using, we're not gonna mutate, so we're really taking a chance here. She's gonna use body. That's 3. She gets to add a body die because of the vigor, Omen of Hope vigor. She's going to get to reroll the lowest bonus die, so she tried it. She has strike. No, it'd be great to use resist, but she doesn't have it. Symbol using, a threat using mine. Nope. Mission evaluate. Is this a strike threat? Ooh, here we go. Her, one of her enduring fragments. Symbol versus a strike threat. Add 1 bonus die. If it's a skinwalker threat, it's not. Add 2. So she gets to add a bonus die. She gets to add a bonus die because she has strike and it has strike as well. And then I don't think I'm gonna boost body with this. I think what I want to do, because if I win, I get to discard this to heal 3 body and rage gifts. And that's 3 cards out of my... I'll be able to heal 3 cards, and that's really good. So I'm going to have to do this on 6 dice. I need 15. I have some shit I can do. I have fleeting fragments I can play. Support. Symbol versus a gift. Nothing. Okay, let's do it. Whew, it didn't leave me. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty sure every hybridized soldier we've met in this whole book in the last 6 episodes they've tried to put their hands on Savannah, and it never works for them. Ever. She's a beast. I'm going to play Trank Bonesaw. Win versus a threat. Discard this to heal. I'm healing a Godmother, a Wave of Mutation, and a Plague Mask. Those go under here. This gets discarded. Try to think about what makes sense here. I think everything's got to move pretty fast. Well. Yeah. So she had hit him pretty hard. He goes to grab her, and she's gonna knee him in the groin really, really hard. When he kind of goes down, she's gonna take something. He comes down. She's gonna throw him over. There's a chair near the door, near the kind of the tent flap. She's gonna put him down in the chair, and then she's gonna hit him. And luckily, well, we'll see if anybody sees it. That'll be fun. We'll see if anybody sees this. But she's gonna hit him in the head so hard that he just goes out. He's gonna slump down on the table. She does this so fast that hopefully no one sees it, but we'll see. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. This is wow. Okay. We get to go to Sanctify. Recycle your discard pile, which must contain at least one card. Well, my discard pile contains 3 cards. Thank you very much. Turns out she puts this guy down and looks around, and the reason why there were so many phlebotomists outside is because there was practically no one inside. There's a couple looks like probably dead people on gurneys. One hooked up to some IV bags, and this dude who was guarding, doing the guarding thing. Yeah. So what they're going to do is they're going to... he's got a communication device on it, or he's got a walkie-talkie on it. They're just going to try to see where's Dr. Stonewall. Is Dr. Stonewall safe? That's what she's going to say. That's what Evangeline's going to say. There's a long pause on the walkie-talkie. Finally, a voice comes back. Assets en route to airport. Who's this? State your, something better than who dis, but something along the lines of state who you are. But of course, they don't reply because they're going to head back out and get back to their car, figuring that the only place that he would be going to is the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. That's not Atlanta. That's a different airport. I'm assuming it's a smaller airport. Wow. We got lucky. This is the 3rd mission that it's been like this. This is the most messed up it's gotten close to being. But I keep drawing these minions pretty early. Alright, so I recycle that. That's good. And draw back up to 5, 3, 4, 5. What have I done? Have I missed anything? Increase body damage by 1. Fine, I did that. Increase rage targets and soul targets. That was a body target, so I didn't forget anything there. I recycled the clean room. I'm fine. Okay. The ladies head back out. Maybe on the way out, they ask one of the phlebotomists which airport was Stonewall going to. The phlebotomist is confused and just says, I don't know, Hartsfield-Jackson, I think, and then goes back to servicing. Like, lots of people are coming in. The ladies should do something to stop all these people coming in. Oh, yeah. So before they leave the tent, they search it really quick for all vials of, and they find a few coolers full of the virus, and they take them all and smash them there. I think they should just smash them there, and then head out. Back in the car, heading to the airport. New mutation, thankfully. Which is where? Where are you? What were you? Uh-oh. It was the other one that I really hate. No, it was, yes, it was bursting. Where are you, bursting? Right there. Right on. Okay. Terminal. Omen of Doom, debility. Jeez. See, if I was doing this on my own, I wouldn't make it so obvious. I wouldn't put like the Master as the first card. The setup, the stuff I explained in the beginning of this episode is lasted longer than this is lasting. Unless, of course, we lose this fight. But okay, so here's the deal. The ladies rush into the airport. It's not quarantine or anything like that. It's just a smaller airport. They start looking through the gates, hoping that they can catch this guy before he actually goes through security. And they hit up an airlines person and ask him, say, look, we're looking for our father, my friend's father. We're not sure. We think he might have went to the wrong terminal. We really need, can you just do a thing saying, so Dr. Stonewall, can you come to the whatever desk? Because they don't know what he looks like either. And they do it. And while they're doing, say, can you do it a few times? We're gonna go looking for him. The idea being that maybe he'll look up, or it'll be noticeable who he is if he's hearing his name over the speakers. And hey, that's not a bad idea. I like that. I like what you're thinking of. I'm smelling what you're thinking. So they split up. They go either way, and going down check-in and hoping they don't have to buy a ticket to get in. And sure enough, it works like perfectly. The lady goes over the speaker, and as Evangeline's walking down, this guy looks up. Older Japanese guy looks up and looks around, and she walks up to him. She goes, "Dr. Stonewall?" And he looks at her confused. Yes. And it's party time. Dr. Stonewall. Initiate, suffer 2 body damage. He recognizes her right off the bat. He goes, yes. And she goes to speak, and he realizes, he notices who she is right away. He's seen a picture of her many times. He's actually disseminated this picture out to people. And he goes to shove her down. Oh, actually, he just shoves her down, and she suffers 2 body damage. And somehow, some way, Savannah's going to suffer that body damage too. Because of this little symbol right here. So she's got to discard 1 body. And a blessed fame. And then we're just going to roll with the flow. Savannah's got to suffer 2 body damage too. No. It can't be that. It has to be one of these. Murder board. Okay. Okay, so this is how it is. Savannah turns to see Evangeline get pushed down, so she runs to help, runs to catch the doctor, and he sees Savannah coming too, and he's a lot more nimble than she expects, and trips her, and now the race is on. They're racing after him. Rage or Mind. Rage or Mind. Well, it is Evangeline. Does she have anything that can... No. The first time you lose, display 1 new symptoms. Oh, let's... Okay. All right, this is important. We've got to increase rage targets by 1. So this is going to be an 18. So we're not doing rage. Okay, we're going to do mind, which is good. It plays into her hand. We're going to go ahead and mutate this. It's going to be 3 dice. 5 and 4, 3. Get rid of the 3. 5, 4. If we win, we're going to suffer 1 body damage from the chase. Okay, so we're mutated. We'll be able to reroll 3 dice. Yes. So here's 3. Cannot move. Okay. Have I forgotten anything else? No. She, unfortunately, has crap for a hand right now. What can I do? A symbol versus a threat using rage. Bury 1 gift. Add 2 mind dice. Oh. No. I don't want that to be 18. That sounds terrible. Enduring fragment. Sacrifice 1 gift. Recycle. No. I should have did that in the beginning. A symbol versus a resist threat. Add 1 bonus die. Oh, killer. Okay. She can do that. What can Savannah do? Nothing, man. Evaluate. Sacrifice. Discard any number of cards and add that number to the result. Ooh, that's good. She's got 3 cards she can sacrifice to do that. A symbol versus a threat using mind. Bury 1 gift. Add 2 body dice. Okay. This is cool. The night autopsy. This little symbol means anybody to left or right, depending on how she's setting at the table, can use this. A symbol versus a threat using mind, which is what we're doing. If Evangeline buries 1 gift, she's going to bury the Bowling to add 2 body dice. And then what else can we do? I had another one, didn't I? Oh, evaluate, discarding number of cards. Okay. So Savannah's got another fragment that might help. So here we go. We're rolling 6 dice. We need to get a 16. Make sure. This is representing them chasing him, body, and then luck, and then outsmarting him. Together. She's going to be able to reroll 3 dice. Alright, so that is 16. I didn't have to minus anything. Increase my... Nope. This all checks out. He beelines for outside. So he's not going to attract the attention of... He doesn't necessarily want to attract attention of security, but that's a bad thing for him because they're able to head him off outside. And it'd be great. He runs out into the cars and gets hit. Yes. She okay. Is there anything I need to do? Terminate body resist. If you fail, display 1 new symptom. Why would it matter, man? I just won. Am I missing something? Master. He's not going to escape. He just happened to be. So that's another thing. That's a cool thing that's been happening. And I promise it's not planned. The last 3 or 4 missions, the way it's worked out. Like if we'd met him in the beginning, he would have escaped to one of the other locations. But we've been doing location, minion, then bad guy. So there hasn't been a lot of that kind of, we meet him and then he runs away kind of stuff. Very thematically cool. He runs out, gets hit by a car. The girls run up. People come rushing around. Is he okay? It's our father. It's okay. He's hurt pretty bad. And Savannah puts her, Evangeline does. She goes, because Evangeline's the one that helps people's souls move from one area to which I wanted to mention in the beginning with Master Putin while he's transforming and Savannah chops him up. Evangeline helps his soul go to light versus to dark, so that they don't. At least they're not leaving They didn't leave a haunted hotel room. Evangeline sits down and whispers to him, "Where is Celsus? Tell me where Celsus is." And he says, all he says is at the center. And then ambulances come up, but Evangeline's already helping his soul move on, and he dies in her arms. We're gonna have to translate what at the center means next week, but let's get to leveling up. Where's my mission card? Here we are. But tomorrow. The Hyper-Life Defense Enduring Fragment. Okay. Just as we may restore a dying person to life, he says, it may be possible to restore a living person to a greater degree of life, a kind of hyper-life. You glance at the cindered corpse on the table, then back at a defensive-looking Dr. Speck. And how do you know that's not what hyper-life looks like? So this is interesting. Bury the body gift auto-injection unit or the rage gift Jekyll formula. Discard the gift instead. What? Oh. Wait. What? Okay. That's interesting and weird. And I don't know if I want it. I haven't seen either one of those gifts in a long time. Okay, let's see what. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, man. No. I think you're right, Heroic. I think this is a sign. Ooh, here we go. Look at that. Invention of teleportation. This one got unstashed after we completed the golem, so I haven't seen this one before. There's a flash of light, but your partner is still in their origin pod. He shrugs at you through the little window, but then his eyes grow wide. It worked, you hear his voice behind you. You turn and you see your partner exiting the destination pod. Oh, except the origin material wasn't properly vaporized. I could fix that. He pushes a button, manual reset. Your partner in the origin pod screams and becomes ash. The invention of teleportation. So basically the copy, oh, that's crazy. All right, so during the support phase, you can sacrifice this to move. Then they may suffer one body damage to investigate. I don't really split these ladies up. The reincarnate. True rebirth is so much finer than any preacher's bath and invocation. You know a proper return requires death and darkness, a moment on the wheel, and a moment of screaming speed. And then your eyes open into a new world, a finer body, difficult but new. Stretch your mouth wide and feel the seeds of new fangs deep in your jaw. All right, I'm going to keep this one just because that's cool. Sacrifice heal 3, then discard 1 card. Yes, that's a good one. Let's do that. Evangeline's going to take that one. And just because the choices kind of suck, I'll take the Enduring Fragment. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we each have four Enduring Fragments. Okay. I gotta look to see. This is another thing haven't been really good. Yes, I knew it. Omen of Hope, the hookup. If you have 4+ Enduring Fragments, stash this Omen. When I play this is for Evangeline, and she does have 4 Enduring Fragments. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I gotta stash that. Stash. Just that one. Okay. Stashing means you put it somewhere in the box, and it stays out of the game for a while until something tells you to unstash it. The ladies are... Dr. Stonewall was the very last name on their list, or Savannah's list. But they know now that, what they're dealing with. They're dealing with a group of one of the Novums. One of the key leaders of different aspects of creature and monster and of supernatural. They know they're dealing with the physicians. They know that Dr. Stonewall wasn't the Novum. There is one more, and he was probably second in command. Dr. Stonewall was. So even though there was no more names on the list, there's one more name they're adding to the list, and that's Celsus, the leader of the Novum. He is at the center, which figuratively works and literally makes works because they're going to head back to the Center for Disease Control and to find him. And that's going to be our conclusion next week of the Book of Physicians, for the main part of the Book of Physicians. If anybody's got a suggestion on what the next book should be, I've kind of got a thought, but I'd love to open it up, especially if you're watching on YouTube. Leave me something in the comments if there's a book that you're looking forward to seeing. I mean, there are quite a few books left. We've played 2 out of the 9, so there's 7 books left. So hit me up, let me know, and I will do that. Let me know if you like this team, or if we want to switch it up, or if we want to go back to Dr. Z, Sam, and Gabrielle. It is Gabrielle, right? Did I get her name right? I like these girls, by the way. I like them. We're gonna definitely come back to them, but I'm all for jumping around, or maybe starting a whole new team. So that's that. See you next week. I'm gonna jump back on Heroic. I'm gonna turn off real quick. Actually, I'm just gonna stop recording. All right. Viva la Dungeon!